Hello!
Hi. Stop.
Anyways, I'm Danny.
I'm Heather.
And what are we? Oh yeah!
Depressing stuff.
Depressing stuff.
Always a good subject.
Always. Where do we begin?
I don't even know.
Why did Sally fall off the sunset?
I don't know, Danny. Why?
She had no arms or legs.
Hey guys, my hair's purple. Look. Oh,
It will be a different color every time we make a new video, most likely.
You should leave comments.
Clifford. What?
You should leave comments in the video telling me what color I should do next.
I think she should leave it like this, but dye it black on the sides.
That would be really cool.
And then dye this, maybe like bleach it. Call her a skunk.
That's terrible.
It does smell pretty.
Did you just spray yourself?
No, it's screwed that way.
Oh. We should probably start.
I just got some right now.
I'm thirsty.
We know. We know, we know, we know.
Anyway.
All about you.
What we were going to talk about
is why Fifth Harmony keeps moving their album release date.
depression.
That goes with it. We both... What? We both have stuff to say. That's what I was trying to...
Okay, well anyway. It sucks. Hey, if you're suffering from it.
Were you picking your eye?
Remember, don't be afraid to get help. It's okay to get help. It doesn't mean you're weak or anything.
It means that... Actually, I feel like if you're like willing to get help, or even if you're not willing and you're still getting it because you told someone something, I feel like that's a lot stronger than just hiding it. I feel like you'd be like a lot... Because it takes a lot of courage to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it does. Like,
especially like to tell someone.
But then having someone find out isn't very fun either, so...
Yeah.
I guess
Either
it's better
way,
to tell someone. And remember, make sure you tell people that really care, and they're not going to be like, that doesn't exist, it's not true, you're just being hormonal teenager. If you actually think you might have it, or you know you do, you should really let someone know, even if it's just your doctor. They won't do anything but try to help you.
Yeah, and if you're not sure, like maybe you're having like a lot of things go wrong in your life and you're sad because of those things, if you're like not sure if it's like because of that, or if you're actually like if there's like an actual chemical imbalance in your brain, then, well, I don't really know. What
were you gonna say?
I forgot. Oh yeah, like you shouldn't like you should still talk to someone, because you don't want to like get into this hole and just keep digging yourself deeper by not like asking for help.
It'll get worse in this first few months. It's sort of like you feel it, and then before you know it, you're just falling in this black hole, which is not fun. So you should definitely.
And then all of a sudden, you're like not wanting to do anything for a whole month in the summer. And people say stay inside and watch Netflix.
And people say you're just lazy when really you don't have any motivation to do anything.
And you end up sleeping all day long,
or not getting enough sleep.
Or yeah. And another thing is like, if
don't be embarrassed about it either.
Yeah, and
a lot of people have it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's normal. Don't
and then, like, also, another thing is that if you're, like, okay, if you've gotten to the point where you have, like, no motivation whatsoever to do anything, then you should always, like, at least try. Like, even if you're not motivated to do it, you should always at least try to do something. Like, even if it's something as simple as going for a quick walk or playing with your dog for a little bit. And if you don't have a dog, then
you should get one.
Yeah, my dog's my best friend. His name's Rocky.
I have like 3.
Rocky's my best friend.
Okay.
But you should, or like, even if it's something as simple as hanging out with a friend, like, I don't know. maybe, and if you think you don't have friends,
that's also crap.
Internet.
The internet.
The internet. If you're in a fandom,
you have friends.
You have friends. And if you're watching this, there's a chance you're in a fandom because you're on YouTube.
And that's enough of us. Why did I just throw up a peace sign? We're talking about depression.
Peace, love, happiness.
I'm sorry. Whenever I get nervous, I sort of talk a lot and I do weird stuff, so that's what you're saying in this video. So this is a subjective.
Sorry, we have really short attention spans. At least I do.
What were we talking about?
Depression.
Well, yeah, but what were you last saying?
Something about dogs. Anyways,
just find someone you can talk to. Honestly, letting it all out on someone is really nice. But make sure they're not the kind of people that will take it up on themselves, that will make them feel worse, because...
Yeah, and also, like, if you are letting it out on someone, make sure that, like, they're okay themselves, because sometimes you don't know if a person's okay or not, and then suddenly you're, like, letting things out on them, and then they feel pressured to help you a lot, and then, suddenly they're falling even deeper from where they started. So, you gotta, honestly, you have to be careful about that kind of stuff, and if you are sharing to a friend, make sure that you're not making it, like, 100% about you, and make sure you're letting them share some things, too, because if you don't, then, honestly, like...
It's not a good balance.
Yeah. You can't... I know this, like, sounds kind of bad, but you can't make it all about you. You have to help other people and
And not like you're trying to make it about yourself. Sometimes it just comes out, but you just gotta be aware during those sort of situations.
Yeah, and then, like, also, you never know, like, if you're trying to help someone else, and then you later find yourself in the same situation, you can look back on the advice you gave them. And, because when you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, but then you told someone what they should do in that situation, or, like, almost the exact same situation, at least, then, yeah.
That's why therapy is sort of a good thing. People say they hate it, and it can be crappy if you have the wrong person, but because it's someone that...
Or if you think negatively about it.
Yeah, it's someone that doesn't have any involvement in your life, and they're supposed to help you. So don't be scared of that. I know it's freaky, but you don't have to answer all the questions, you know?
Yeah, you can just be like, oh, I don't feel comfortable answering that question. And they'll be like, okay, dude, whatever you want. And then you request hot chocolate at the next session.
I got candy. And if you're having any thoughts about harming yourself or any of the latter, this is where...
I love you.
We love you so much. A few of my friends have tried to do something like that, and it never ends well. Okay, you might think
like half the people I know have.
Same. You might think it's being better for
problems.
You might think it's better for your friends and your family that you'll be gone, but it's not, okay? It pains all your friends and your family so much. Even if you seem like no one cares, there's someone out there who would sob over you.
Honestly, if you've ever lost someone in your life, then it's a lot easier to think about, like, how other people would feel. Because just this week, my uncle passed away from a heart attack, and it was, like, totally random, and nobody, like, saw this coming, and, okay, like, it really hurts to lose someone that you care about, and even, like, if you don't think they care about you, there's a chance that they're gonna be upset about if you tried to actually, like, go through with suicide, and even, like, okay, even if you're, like, in a fandom, once again, maybe the person that, like, you're in a fandom for, like, let's say One Direction or something, first people that came to mind, okay, but, let's say you're in their fandom, and you have a fan account or something, and it gets around that you killed yourself, people have started trends and stuff, and the boys have seen them, and, like, they feel terrible, so even that person that you're looking up to that might have, like, kept you strong for so long, they're gonna feel terrible about it, too, so I don't think you should really, like, actually go through with it. If it gets to that point where you want to, then I think that should be a major sign that you need help, because taking your own life isn't going to do anything but reflect your pain onto other people. And a lot of people say, like, suicide's selfish, which I don't really agree with that, but I don't disagree either.
Yeah,
just because
you have to remember that that person is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, but you also have to remember the pain that it's going to inflict on other people. Continue. You gotta remember the pain that it might inflict on other people as well.
So, yeah. Honestly, there's a really big difference between someone dying and someone taking their own life. It just feels like it puts all this guilt on someone. Like, oh my gosh, I should have said something, I should have tried to help them, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And they can fall apart because of it. So just be careful and stay strong and get help if you can. Build some courage and talk to someone about it, because really it is important.
And also, another thing, like, okay, if you're going through a hard time and you just really need a distraction to keep you away, like, to keep the bad thoughts away and stuff, a good thing to do is either write out all your feelings and stuff, or
we can make a separate video about that.
Yeah.
Coping skills.
We'll make a separate video on coping skills, actually, because that would make this video even longer, and it's already like 11 minutes. So, I think
we've covered most of it, really.
Yeah, and feel free to message us. We'll leave, like, our social medias and stuff below. And honestly, if you follow me on Twitter, there's a chance I'll follow you back if you favorite, like, one of my tweets, because I'll be like, hey, this person's cool. She doesn't have a personal Twitter, though, so
I have a fan.
We might make her one. Yeah, but we have
we'll
Instagrams.
Probably just make one for our YouTube channel, though.
Yeah, we might make a Twitter for our YouTube.
I don't know. If it's in the description, then we made one. If it's not, then we got lazy. Alright, so
I guess that's all.
Yep.
Alright. Bye, guys. We love you. Feel free
Stay
to message
strong.
us and just, yeah.
Know you are loved. I am your mother and I love you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Write us fanfiction.